Do-do-do. There we go. Just move some things about very quickly. Joy-Con drift being as helpful as ever. Right. I can't. Oh, I was going to head to the tower next, wasn't I? Yeah. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and all that jazz. Welcome back to video games. Wowee. Actually, I could do the little spooky that's over here, the ship. Thing is, there's going to be something special on the ship. And by special, I mean there's going to be something above average on the ship. Because that's normally how this works. Also got that over there. Worth checking out as well. So yeah, I think that it might be worth checking this out. I like the fact that I say it might be worth checking this out, as I immediately jump and glide directly towards it anyway. Like, not giving myself a choice. Black Moblins. It's just the strongest variant of these dudes. Right, okay. So, something that I want to do in this stream, or at least in one of the streams today, is... Oh, that's awesome. It did nothing to him. But yeah, something that I want to do in the stream today is explore the chasm significantly more thoroughly. I like that. That kind of implies that he learned, but I'm not 100% willing to give the game that credit. I ain't gonna lie. You know, I don't know what you're doing, but you're not doing it. Love how that just randomly grew in size when you picked it up. I've just got a mob of people after him now. Just got swamped. This is gonna... This is the period of, like, getting weapons that I sort of always feel, like, on edge about. Because I've clearly, like... I'm going to have room for weapons shortly. And if I leave the area, it just means that I'm gonna have to come back and pick up a weapon. This is kind of cool stuff, though. Ah. I just dropped behind my ear, and it felt like a bug was on it. And it freaked me out momentarily. See, it's like that. Now, if I run over here real quick. Actually, wait. If I haven't used the wand yet, to be fair, the magic scepter. I've got this as well. Oh, I've already got one of these. Okay, right, so here's what I'm going to do then. How many of these have we got? Four. Yeah, I'm going to use one. Plop. I'm pretty sure that there was just a thing where you could, like, put this stuff on the ground. Like, you could just drop it with a button, rather than have to go through that whole routine, but whatever, whatever. Oh yeah, did you notice, by the way, that it just said that, yeah, oh, we've already got it back. Moment of truth, actually. Ah. Yeah, so it gets rid of whatever's used onto it. But that lasted ages. Holy shit. Like, it lasted an insane amount of time. I don't know if it lasted longer than it did in Breath of the Wild, but I genuinely didn't notice it, like... Being able to use it for, like... practically 10 hours plus without it breaking. I mean, I wasn't using it constantly, granted, but I was using it, like, consistently enough where I really feel like that it should have broken so much sooner. Oh, you're gonna throw him! Okay, that works. Wonder if these dudes count. They probably do. God. Wait, okay, I was gonna say. They suck. They really suck. There is, like... no threat behind them whatsoever. It's kind of mental. Look at that reflection. That's a graphical glitch. Not glitch, but bug. Right. When I read something like the description above there, where it says occupiers of the Akala Sea, in my brain that implies that there are more ships out around the coast. I mean, maybe it's worth just walking around the coast at some point. Oh, there's nothing up there. It was just a dude. Okay. I can't remember what this was for. Was this just like a floating platform? Hey, why would I need rockets here? I mean, if I was generous enough, I'd say it's because of that, but I don't believe that for a second. Maybe that's worth doing. If we just deal with these guys over here, then I can come back and then I can attempt it at the very least. I don't think that the rockets are there for this. Oh, look, there's a bossy boy. Just Legolas his ass. God, this just stuns them straight away. That's kind of insane. This AI was acting up. That's fun stuff. Was that it? There better be something decent in there for all this effort. I know that seems to be like the phrase of this game at this point, but that should be almost what's the word I want to use? That should be almost like an indicator for how this has gone so far. incentive is really important when it comes to a game like this, and if the game ain't willing to give it, that's not to say it hasn't given me an incentive to do things. It's been more of a mixed bag, if anything, at this point. Where's that breeze coming from, actually? Is that just wind doing its thing, I guess? Is there anything up here? Nope. Okay, so I guess the chest is going to be up this one. Cold beet soup. Okay. That was really weird. If I climb up here. And climb up this one. Okay, yeah, the chest is over there. Now we know. Ugh. Blue Hinox hammer. Yeah, I'm not really happy with that, I ain't gonna lie. After going through all of that, I got a Hinox stick with a spiked ball on it. That was my reward. Bear in mind that there were those sticks just about the place and the spiked balls anyway. That was actually... Oh, okay. I mean, the act of going around and doing it was fine, but I've wasted arrows. I haven't really gained anything from doing that. Right, let's try and slap this together. Almost want to do it in like a Kerbal Space Program style thing where there would be a way to set the rockets off. Sort of individually is not the right word, but in a way where they can like sequence. Okay, right, moment of truth. If I can't reach it up there, that's okay, because it scared the shit out of me for what's going to activate. If I climb up here, I nab it from down there. It would be great if I could put it on the, put it over, on the shore actually. Maybe I will try that. Because the higher I can get this, the better. Yeah. And it's not going to take me, like... What the fuck is the labyrinth gone, actually? It was like right over... It's right up there, it's just covered in shit. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what's covered in metal and shit. Is it this? Okay. Ah, screw it. You know what? Yeah, actually, that was pretty pointless. Cool. Well, now I know. Let's go over and do this. I'm not gonna make it. No. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. This is fine. I don't have any depth with this whatsoever. I can't actually see where the shoreline is. I mean, I see where it is, but I can't see where I am in relation to it. Yeah, I'm done. Ugh. The fuck is wrong with this place? Why are there so many blood moons in this one location? No fucking way. Are they done? Okay, they're still dead. Good. It must be a scripted thing, right, for this area. I really want to hop on the back of that dragon, I ain't gonna lie. There was a skyrock that fell. I just can't remember where I saw it. I mean, the obvious answer to doing something like this would be to go over to the tower and then use that as a launch to get on the dragon's back, but I don't think that I'm going to make that in time. And I doubt that I've got the equipment to make it up to him now. I'll work fast. Okay, hang on. I need to... Oh! Yeah, I don't... Look there. That was horrendous. I selected the thing, it should have fused. In all seriousness, though, this blood moon's pissing me off. Like, I would be... I would be fine with it. If it wasn't for the fact that they just keep spawning this shit. It's not like... It's not like Breath of the Wild where the blood moons were used almost sparingly. I won't go as far as to say it's like sparse or anything like that, but the blood moons didn't just pop out every, like, 10 to 20 minutes. It took time for one to appear, and when it did, it made it a big occasion, because often by the time you've encountered the Blood Moon, you've done shit. You know, you've gone about, you've experimented with things. Right, fine then. It's not even like it's any different here. I genuinely don't know why this Blood Moon is appearing so often here. And I don't just mean like, oh, you know, this Blood Moon in particular is... I don't know why it's here in general. I mean, this Blood Moon in particular, the one that's happening right now, has been here for... Like, it's got to be day after day in this area. If there was a reason for it, then fine, but... Here we go. I don't know if I'm actually going to make it high enough for this. It's lasting way longer than I thought it would, to be fair. Maybe I should have hit the wood a little bit later. Just need to get high. To be fair, this would have got me up to the labyrinth, wouldn't it? Ah, they do, like, despawn, okay. Or expire, rather. That's the better term for it. It's a pretty weak way to protect the skybox, I ain't gonna lie. Especially one so big. I feel like that you could have allowed that to go for a bit longer. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, so close. That's pretty annoying. I could make another makeshift thing real quick, I guess. I need to be quick to it, though. Right. I could make... I could try, like, flying up to it. We've got enough room for that here. If I were to do that and then... Oh no, I need to also bring out one of these as well. Okay, right, I need to work quick. Oh, fuck it, sure. Right, okay, we're ready to go. Go, go, go. Come on. I want to go. Genuinely though, why wouldn't it? There we go. Holy shit. I should have put a fan underneath it. I could have just used this to fly over to the next sky tower. Right. Is there anything in the area I can use to sort of get over to it? I could use this sky tower to try and get to it. I don't even know what I'm benefiting from this, to be fair. I still need to get that new heart as well. Is it just resources like it was in Breath of the Wild? Because I would not be opposed to that. Can I even see the dragon from here? Is the dragon even here anymore? It should be, because I only teleported. I didn't, like, skip time or anything like that. I'm distracted by everything else that's happening now. No, dragon's the priority. Focus on the dragon. Where is the dragon? Where is the dragon? I often wonder in this game, when I'm up high, whether or not the render distance is significantly shorter than in Breath of the Wild. Because in Breath of the Wild, it went far enough to the point where you could see the divine beasts move. And granted, okay, that's not a lot of power going into the engine when it's doing that, but it's enough to make an impression. God, this would be so much easier if the clouds weren't... Oh, you know what? We're just going to go to the Sky Tower. I genuinely am a bit pissed at the fact that the dragon's just vanished. I don't even know if the dragon has vanished. I can't see. That's the problem. Make it to Hyrule Castle from here. That's a plan for later on, though. Right, okay. Yeah, because I would not be surprised if today was the day where I, at the very least, initiate the fight with Ganondorf. Because, I mean, to be fair, if I were to focus on doing the final sort of... If I was to focus on doing sort of like the final phenomenon stuff now, that means that once that's done, we can just hop over and give it a try, because we've got the equipment to... I believe that we've got the equipment to pull it off at this point. And certainly once we've done all of the main quest stuff, we'll have all the handicaps. So that's not really an issue. Had someone trying to tell me that I should have just attempted to fight Ganondorf from the get-go. And it's like, no. Why would I? This is still a part of my first playthrough of this game. There is no goddamn way I'm going to waste it. Like, okay, granted I wouldn't be wasting it, but that's not the experience I want out of this. That's like a second or a third playthrough type thing. Because I don't even know what the fight's like yet. That's something else that I feel needs to be reiterated. I am still playing this blind. I haven't looked anything up from this game yet, besides from how long it takes to recharge the Master Sword. That's been my one thing. And elixirs. Yeah. But in terms of like how this game plays out, the narrative beats of this title in general, it's all been blind and first time experience. Oh. Okay, I know where I am. But yeah, otherwise, my reaction to what happened with the previous what happened with the previous flashback wouldn't have been as visceral as it was. Because holy shit, that was a mess. That was a big stinky poo. My phone's just gone off. Hang on. There we go. Where's the tower again? I suppose I could just head over in this direction. Right? Am I... Okay, it's in... Wait. It's in this direction. There it is. Okay. Yep, okay. Do I want to make a thing... Oh, there's one there as well. Ah, yeah, screw it. You know what? We might as well just continue on with the last thingamabob, and then... If we finish up, like, the main part of the game at the very least, that gives me room to sort of piss about further. I can talk... It gives me time to talk about the narrative as much as I want at that point as well. That's interesting. That's something to point out as well. Only one of... Oh, that dragon be flying. Only one of the 3 dungeons that we've done so far have been based in the sky. I mean, that's better than none of them being based in the sky, but I kind of feel like... I don't know. Thinking about the sky being an aspect of this game, it sort of... I wouldn't say it crumbles. It doesn't. There is a reason for it, you know. It's here. But actually, there's a reason for it. We don't even know that. I still don't understand why the sky is doing this shit. Because we haven't been given a narrative reason behind that yet. I think people really forgot how efficient Breath of the Wild was, at the very least setting up why things were happening the way they were in that game. That's not to say that, once again, as I've kept saying about Breath of the Wild, that's not to say that the writing in that game is good. But all that, everything that needs to be explained is explained, but at the very least, the guardians, the shrines, the towers, why all of that shit is there. It's explained within the first scene of the game. And even if you didn't get it there, it's re-explained shortly afterwards in the Great Plateau, and then even that, it's explained if you follow the main quest line pretty early on. In this, I've got no fucking clue why all the Zonai stuff is activated. The obvious explanation would be that it's sort of like a self-defense thing. It's all activated because Ganondorf has been revived. But then that opens up a whole host of other questions as well. Like, why specifically this time? Why has Ganondorf come back here? Is he come back here because he was damaged substantially in the past, and this was his way of healing, and this is the time when he comes back? Because if so, there's a lot of coincidences surrounding the time, the event that's happened. I mean, let's imagine for a moment that the Master Sword was beaten up. Right? Like, the Master Sword was beaten up prior to... the events of the start of this game. So it's healing in the Lost Woods, right? Then it wouldn't have broken. Link wouldn't have had to gone looking for it. You would have just had it. And that is one of the worst things that this game's done as well in terms of the Master Sword, is by drawing so much attention to it at the start of the game and then making it an optional thing later on. It really, like, fucks up the point of what Zelda was doing with the Master Sword in the past. Like, canonically, there is a scenario of events in this game that's similar to Breath of the Wild and how fucked that got. Let's point a few of those things out as well, but there is a scenario of events in this game's narrative where Link went through everything he did at the start of the game. Without the Master Sword. meaning that it never broke and you just had it from the get-go. I'm not entirely sure what the difference would have been narratively. Like, it's kind of awkward the more I think about it, actually. Like, okay, so what would the big difference be if the Master Sword didn't break at the start of the game? Nothing. I mean, okay, the Master Sword wouldn't have gone back in time, and then we wouldn't have had that big... If anything, this game improves tenfold if Link didn't have the Master Sword at the start of this game. But because he did have the Master Sword at the start of this game, now we've got all this, like, bullshit-tism stuff about the Master Sword being able to time travel of its own volition. I'm still not over that, by the way. And I thought about the alternative behind what's happening there, and it can't have been. The idea that the Master Sword would have gone back in time at the same point as Zelda? No. It didn't, because the Master Sword appeared to Zelda, like, days, potentially weeks later, after she travelled back in time. Where's the other... Oh, they down there. Is that it? So yeah, the alternative is... There isn't an alternative. The Master Sword travelled back in time by itself. It did not use the secret stone. Unless the game is going to have the audacity to say that the Master Sword travelled back in time, but it travelled back to a different time than Zelda, which doesn't make any sense, because it would have gone back at the exact same moment because it went... Because of the circumstances in which Zelda went back in time. It would have happened at the same time. Yeah, but that's not what happened. There's apparently one dude left, and I can't find it anywhere. Where is it? Is this just bugged? I mean, I've only got one idea behind where it could be. Is it referring to the... It's not referring to this. Okay, if this is what's going to happen, yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that as a puzzle. But yeah, the time travel shenanigans in this, not only does it break the Zelda timeline as a whole, but also it doesn't make sense. Like, the rule set hasn't even been written consistently. The rule set hasn't... Okay, so there needs to be something really important that's established when it comes to something... Ah, there you go. Yeah, there needs to be something really important that's established when it comes to talking about things like time travel in media. And that's... Or just anything in media, for that matter. And that's, if you are going to bring something like that up, you don't just learn about a rule set by someone telling you. Right? So when it comes to the Master Sword, in Ocarina of Time, for example, which I am going to keep using as an example because it's a Zelda game that has time travel in it, and it does it pretty well. But the idea of the Master Sword having the ability to travel in time in that game, the rule set is explained. Not verbally, not through dialogue or anything like that, but it's explained through its actions. It can only travel in 2 points in time. When it's unsheathed from the Temple of Time, and when it's placed in the Temple of Time. That's it. So for the remainder of its time, for the remainder of its placement in the Temple of Time, its removal and placement, those are the only points when the Master Sword... those are the only points where Link can travel back in time using the Master Sword. Dead simple. You know, it's very... It's a very simple explanation that is conveyed without words. It's conveyed by doing. Great. So, if we take that same logic and apply it to this game, you know, saying that, okay, as with any other form of media, you don't just have to explain something using dialogue. It's done through actions. We are now playing this title with the fact that the Master Sword has travelled back in time of its own volition. What's the rule set established in this game? Well, there isn't one. Or rather, the rule set is ambiguous. There's still time for it to be explained, but we haven't got an explanation. And we've seen a chunk of the story at this point. It's pretty late on to be expecting the game to give us an explanation as to why the Master Sword travelled back in time anyway. So, okay, what other indicators do we have? Because, you know, you've got to work with something here. You can't just say that the Master Sword is, you know, it's got, like, unlimited time-travelling capability. Yeah, at the very least you could say that when, like, someone enchanted... That's a very easy way of doing it, by the way. Saying something like, someone enchanted the Master Sword that way whenever it comes into contact with gloom, for example, or whenever it decays instead of breaks, it will be dense. It will sort of like have an emergency God, my mind's going straight to Doctor Who, like an emergency temporal shift. I mean, I'm not wrong. That is kind of what I'm trying to imply here. Like the idea is that it warps out of time so that way. When it's in danger, no one can use it for nefarious purposes. That would be enough. You know, you don't need, like, you don't need a giant explanation behind it. You can leave it fairly ambiguous, but at the very least, if you were to have something like that placed in this narrative, then my brain could be like, okay, that's how time travel. It'd still be a giant coincidence that it happened to time travel and make it back to Zelda, but you can add an explanation for that as well. You could say something along the lines of, it's drawn to the power of the Triforce. Job done. You know, Zelda was around during that moment of time, so yes, it would still be slightly coincidental that it appeared in that moment of time still, but that would be an explanation. It would be something where you could look at it and go, yeah, you know what, I can buy that. That makes sense. It's not someone just bullshitting. It's a legitimate answer to an issue. That's how I want to approach critiquing media when it comes to stuff like this. It's very important to address a problem and then try to think of a way that it could be fixed. You also have to make the acknowledgement when you're talking about stuff like this, though, that the obvious answer each and every single time would be to not write it the way it was written. And I know that sounds like, well, that's a bit of a cop-out of an answer, but it's legitimate. 9 times out of 10, the scenario that's being written in causes the issue in the first place. So once again, just don't involve the Master Sword in the opening of this game, and you would have relieved so many issues. Could you imagine what the Master Sword could have told Link in Breath of the Wild if it just talked like it did to Zelda in this game? There's a very real issue with something like that. Especially considering as well that we don't have confirmation we don't have confirmation in terms of like whether or not the Master Sword is the same Master Sword or whether or not it is a different iteration of it. Because so far, if we are to believe the events of Wind Waker, the Master Sword that we have seen has been the same one from Ocarina of Time onwards, and the same one from Skyward Sword onwards. So it's not a different iteration, it is the same thing each time. And the fact that it can now communicate with Zelda, that brings up, yeah, that's a, oh god, that is breaking actually. That is, like, thinking about that even momentarily hurts my head. She transforms herself into the Master Sword in Skyward Sword in order to, like, preserve its power and do all of that jazz. And then at some point in time, it will then have the ability to communicate again. Think about the shit it could have said, especially with the ability to time travel at will, apparently. Oh my god. God, like, the world building in this title really doesn't want to help itself. I mean, we're always going to be in a scenario where it's like, okay, let's think of a reasonable way that we can fix the plot instead of outright remove it. Well, this shit's gonna despawn anyway, so I don't really care too much to kill it. Do you think that if we were to kill it here, that Phantom Ganon would appear? Because that would be an interesting thing to look into. Where are all the... Well, the other... oh my god! I did not expect it to have the ability to do that. Right. But yeah, like, I do think that it's important to have a look at something like this and think about like how you can repair it, so just outright rewrite the entire thing. And I say that largely because that is the obvious go-to answer, right? A narrative like this should have never existed. And I'm not talking like within universe, I mean a narrative like this shouldn't have existed in the writer's room. It shouldn't have existed whatsoever in any other way than in the form of a draft. Oh, yeah, okay. I know what I need to do. Is this all for a chest, actually? I assume not. But yeah, I say that it's also important to try and figure out how to sort of like redraft this rather than outright remove it, because you would assume that at some point when this was being written, it was in the stages of like it was a draft of it already existed, right? And if there wasn't enough time to completely rewrite the narrative of this game, which I'm of two minds. I'm not. I'm not gonna lie entirely. It's not exactly like the narrative of this title in particular has been a strong one. Similar to Breath of the Wild in that case, but it's still been notable in the sense that holy shit, why is this a thing? Regardless. Oh, yeah, that could have done that as well, to be fair. Well, we got this now. It's sort of like, you know, if you think about a title like this, and in the sense that you can understand that they would want to try and keep the concepts that they're going for here. Yeah, I'm actually alright with that, I ain't gonna lie. If they're going to try and like keep the concepts of this title. Yeah, I'm gonna stand on the chest. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That's decent. Anyway, yeah, regardless. Just thinking about what we got so far, remove the Master Sword from the start. That way there's no reason to have that paradox breaking shit right from the get-go. And then the scene later on where the Master Sword travels back in time. You don't need to have that in there. You don't need to have the Master Sword visit Zelda. Yeah, you can't even sit down and say, oh, well, it was a touching scene. You know, that's why it was in there. That's... Yeah, and what did that touching scene cost us? Because it fucked up pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. Having a scene where Zelda was like, oh, Link's okay. Okay, yeah, but by having that scene exist, you've also just confirmed a bunch of shit about the Master Sword that really should not exist. It should not be happening. You almost don't want to sound like you're gatekeeping as well. You know, it's a really dangerous line where it's like, oh, it's my Zelda lore. That's not what I'm getting at here. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want with Zelda. Whatever you want with the Zelda lore canon, if you will. But I am going to raise an eyebrow if the narrative written is just bad. That's not about my protectiveness over the Zelda series. That's about my protectiveness over the sanity of writing good stories. Things like this as well. It's sort of like... It's always intriguing to me to ask the question, how could this have been avoided? And it's always intriguing to me that it wasn't avoided. No, because I'm at a point now where I really don't care what the general reception is for this game, because the general reception for most things doesn't really matter. Okay, so it matters in the sense that people shouldn't be idiots, but at the same time, it's like, look, if you want to go about calling this one of your favourite games of all time, be my guest. You know, it doesn't affect me. I'm glad that you're having fun with this. That's absolutely fine. I'm really enjoying my time with this game. It's just a shame that the narrative is bad. This felt like a bit of a missed opportunity, you know. Was this just... yes, this game. And that's what I was referring to. I wasn't referring to that one segment that I was just playing then. I should have used that rocket. Oh well. Anyways. Yeah, the only thing that worries me whenever it comes to general reception being as, like, over-the-top insane as it is for this game, is public perception. Not reception, but public perception over what qualifies as good and bad when it comes to stuff like this. Because you have to bear in mind that Nintendo is a billion-dollar company. If they wanted to, they could hash out cheap shit iterations of Zelda whenever they want. Instead, they seem to try and monetize the shit out of every single mainline title for every single first-party property that they have to a really sinister level, but, you know, we don't talk about that for some reason. Anyway. Yeah, this is a big company, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they can take the hit. And that's not, once again, that's not me saying that this is a bad game. It's not a bad game, but it's just hearing, like, the almost cult-like screams of people saying, this is one of the best games ever made, again. But the previous game wasn't one of the best games ever made. Don't make a statement like that if you can't back it up. You know, like, say it's one of your favourite games. Please have some form of subjectivity in your sentence, because trying to, like, litter everything with some sort of weird, righteous, almost like affirmative fake objectivity is close to insanity. You cannot prove that this is one of the best games ever made. You can't. So why say it? But it does everything amazingly. No, it doesn't. Objectively, no, it doesn't. So once again, performance. You start out with the obvious, right? The way the game looks and feels to control. Performance-wise, this game ain't great. frame rate's been jittering all over the place. It's pretty poor. Oh, that's not Tears of the Kingdom's fault or Breath of the Wild's fault. That's a Switch. Yes, but it was Nintendo's choice to make this for the Switch. They didn't optimize the game. That's the issue. Well, then it wouldn't look or play the way it does. Maybe it shouldn't. If it's at the cost of the game's performance, then I'd sooner have, like, a subpar game that I can play competently over a great game that's really fucking hard to look at times. I don't mean, like, graphically, although the stretch textures have been noted by me at this point, but I mean, like, it's really hard to look at in terms of its performance at times. Like, if I was running this on PC and this was how the game was performing, I would have some massive words to say about this title overall. But yeah, just with that one statement alone, there you go. Okay, this is not one of the best games ever made. There is an issue to be had with this title. Well, every game has its faults. Prove it. We said, we need water for it, okay. We said, well, I said, okay, I'm assuming that I need to finish off the area quest thing. Fine, okay, I'm cool with that. But yeah, we said, I said in yesterday's stream that... Holy shit, this looks so much better. But yeah, I said in yesterday's stream that what I would consider to be one of the greatest games ever made is something where the concept is almost so simple that it's nearly impossible for it to fuck up. If we were talking about the example that I used yesterday, Pong. Like, that's a thing that is beyond... Okay, not beyond. Let's not use literal terminology here, but, like, that's a thing that's extremely difficult to screw up. It's such a simple concept that talking about that game... talking about that game in a like a negative critical sense is it's impossible. It's impossible to do without using subjectivity, because if you were to say something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, well, I think that Pong is bland. I think it's boring." Okay, that's subjective. That isn't something that is related to the title. That's something that you have issue with. You know, like yourself. It's not negative. You know, it's fine to feel that way. But that's not a provable thing with the game itself. You can't objectively prove whether or not something is boring. Am I meant to be doing that? Like, filling it up? No, I'm not. Okay. So yeah, I think that, like, a game like... a game like Pong is probably the closest you will ever get to in terms of describing a game that's one of the greatest of all times, just because of how simple the premise is, and how it's just that difficult to screw something like that up. With this, though, you know, people saying that this title is great because of the myriad of things you can do in this title. Like, oh, there's so many mechanics. Okay, so it's bound to fuck up then. It's bound to fuck up at something. You know, it's kind of impossible for it not to. And you know what? That's fine. You don't need to have this be one of the best games ever made. You do not need to use that as your be all end all, you know? It's beyond fine to just say that a title like this is one of your favourite games. You are allowed to have some restraint and just say that it's a title that you are fond of. And you know what? There are a myriad of good things in this title that you can use as an example for why it's a good game. Not why it's one of the best games ever made, but you don't need to die on that hill. It's like, you can live in a world where this isn't one of the best games ever made. You can do that. That's allowed. It's fine. Nothing's gonna change. In your reality or in mine, nothing is going to change if this turns out to be a game that's a bit rough around the edges. God, this title really got to me. That's one way of doing that. I didn't actually think that this would work that way, but okay, I'll take it. It's amazing that as I've been streaming this title, now, if I were allowed to live in a world where I could just talk about the title itself by itself without the reception, I'd be fine. That's something that I can do, but it's the fact that the reception for this title is so extreme, as it was with Breath of the Wild, that it's almost unavoidable. I have to bring it up when I make the video. I have to bring it up with Breath of the Wild when I make the Breath of the Wild video. I have to say that people have claimed that this is one of the best games ever made, and then I have to talk about that. I can't just dance around it. Like, if I ignore it, then sure, but I don't want to leave, like, anyone's... I don't want to leave, like, anyone's mindset to dance along to the possibility that I believe this to be one of the best games ever made. And it makes it sound really bad when I say say it exactly like that, you know? Because you don't want people to get the impression that I am saying that this is one of the worst games ever made, because that's not what I'm saying. But you know that people will misconstrue what you're trying to infer as that all the time. It happens all the time. Did it say something about splash fruit? I've got shock fruit. Will that work? Do I even have splash fruit? I do. Do I have to make it into like an elixir or something like that? Oh! Okay, that's one way of doing that. Wait, I did it though. It's done. It's clean though. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Oh, I could have gone back and I could have got the tower. God damn you, game.
Oh? Yes. Whoa.
Okay. Where's Sidon gone? Yeah.
Sure.
I'm still slightly confused by
Oh.
this as like a narrative thing, the fact that it hasn't been brought up, but in terms of the fight against Ganondorf, why would we not rely on the Guardians as well? I don't just mean the actual Guardians themselves, although, yes, why wouldn't we do that? But why wouldn't we also rely on the champions? That's who they are.
Oh.
Just kind of feel like that they would be really important in something like this, you know, rather than as a passing thing. That's not to say that you can't have the other folks that we've been finding, but why not have them both? I kind of feel like that would only enhance your your chances. God, then again, if I was going to go down the route of questioning why a bunch of stuff in Breath of the Wild isn't in this game, we'd be here all day. Thank God for that stamina upgrade, eh? Yeah. I've noticed that this has been an element of the title that's just been missing as well. The actual journey to the main quest locations has just been almost completely written out because of the contraptions. The incentive to actually walk on foot and climb these things is that, like, I mean, I'm doing it now, but there is no reason for me to be doing it this way. I could find an area in the sky and travel from point to point and do it that way. There is no reason for me not to do that. What's that sound? That'll do. Still got a ways to go. Which is what I would be saying if it wasn't for the insane equipment I've got in this game. Yeah, once we've gone through this anyway, as I said, we can do our best to sort of take out Ganondorf in one of today's streams. And then we're just gonna chill with the rest of you know, just chill experimenting about the game from this point forward. I don't really have any reason not to. I don't really number games when I'm reviewing them. Largely because it's not that I think it's redundant, but you know, there is, if you wanted like a quick I mean, okay, yeah, there is a bit of a redundancy with using a number-based system for review, actually, because what metric are we using? You know, that is a very important issue, which I generally find with video game journalism, or media journalism in general, for that matter. You know, if you're going to label something a 10 out of 10, what the fuck does that mean? Like, are we talking in the objective metric? In which case, a 10 would be perfect. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with it. In which case, you're wrong. But if we were to say that, like, the 10 is a subjective 10, or if it had a different meaning, then sure. But that is the issue. You have to sort of, like, clarify what these numbers and scores would mean. Because it's a very subjective matter, when it really shouldn't be. You know, I remember when, like, during the first stream, I was so buzzed when playing this game. Because it felt like, for a change, a lot of the mechanics that were introduced were being utilized, like, legitimately. They weren't just being put out as, like, gimmicks, you know. And that felt great. And then immediately afterwards, the game decided to completely ignore that mindset and just shit on everything. Okay, no, that's not what happened, but there was like a mental sense of like betrayal, which I had at a point, which sounds ridiculous, I know, but the idea that like, oh yes, finally, I'm actually going to be forced to use the environment in order to do this one thing. That's really cool. Thank God we can like actually do this now, because in Breath of the Wild it was something that was not really a priority. And then immediately afterwards it did the Breath of the Wild thing and just hands out the equivalent of like the warm doublet and just leaves it at that. And I'm just left here going, why did you do that? You had a thing going here. I was actually having to use my brain for a second. What the fuck? To which the game's response was a shrug of the shoulders. And let's just leave it at that. I'm just like, no. Let's not leave it at that. Fuck you, game. You had me, like, wishing that... What, you had me, like, filled with hope for a second that things were going to be different. God, that sounds weird, but sure. Oh, there's nothing up here. What's the point of this ledge, then? For that? I don't need a ledge for that. This game... I wouldn't even say like this is like an alternative way of me doing these things with certain shrines when I've just been like gliding through them. In some cases, literally. But it does sort of feel like I've been brute forcing some of these things in a really peculiar way at times. Right. You gonna have like a fun game of like curling with this sort of stuff. Like, imagine like the mini games and stuff that this game could have set up with the equipment that you've got. You could have had like tournaments in this game where you go around and that was like an entire side quest or something like that. Instead of just visiting this area and having that be that. Don't get me wrong. I get the idea of the shrines in this game being similar to what they were in Breath of the Wild, where they're trying to get the player to think more laterally with how to use their tools and mechanics in this game as a whole. But it doesn't really stop it from being like, yeah, but this is still extremely... It's not just optional, but the amount of effort that you would have to put in to do that is insane. Thought I was T-posing for a second then.
Is it really you?
I feel like this is the first time that's like had some major acknowledgement.
It's good to see you, my friend.
Awesome. That's how all of the meetups should have been.
No!
It's almost like they've got some history behind them. To think that something like that could have taken place beneath Hyrule Castle, and afterwards you mysteriously awoke on a sky island? The sky? Could it be that the sky is key to everything after all? My apologies. I've actually been wondering if those floating sky islands could be the source of the falling sludge. That's why I have tasked a Zora historian with investigating ruined fragments and all historical documents related to the sky. As for me, I'm not limited to leave this spot at the present, as I'm uniquely qualified to deal with the sludge here. You see, old friend, this place is the source of the water that flows into Zora's domain. That's why I must use my power of water manipulation to separate the sludge from our water in order to clean it. If I ceased, then a sullied water would flow into our beloved home, and there would be much pain and suffering. That is the perfect excuse for why he's doing what he's doing, and he won't be, like, taking part in events later on. That's fucking hell. A writer stepped in for this section, didn't they? Does it not seem that Princess Zelda's whereabouts might be related to the floating sky islands and ruins? If so, perhaps you should go and speak with our historian, Jahito. Jahito? His many years have blessed him with great wisdom. It's quite possible that he could provide you with some useful information. At present, you should be able to find Jahito continuing his investigations at Toto Lake. By the way, I hope you know that I am truly happy to see you again after such a long time apart, my dearest friend. Visit me anytime you like. Your presence is never anything less than welcome and appreciated. This is the first time I genuinely felt like just warm to see a character from Breath of the Wild in this title. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It's so refreshing to have a character be like, fucking hell, Link, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yes, it has. Oh my fucking god. A character that remembers my existence. They are so rare to come by. It felt like it was 1 second away from referencing what happened in Breath of the Wild as well. He wasn't, but he's definitely been the closest we've ever gotten to that. Is that like the water dragon or something like that? Who knows? Can I use this to ascend? I can. Then I will. Who knows? Maybe we'll be able to jump on the back of the dragon as well. Fuck! Oh! Oh! Right, it's fine. It's fine. I do that. Okay. This isn't really the way I wanted to do that, but fine. Where's the dragon? Where the fuck's the dragon gone? Link, what the Link just refusing to do anything sensible for that second then. What the fuck? That is beyond frustrating me at this point. Yes, there we go. We can make that. Okay, we're gonna cut it close. Is that the light dragon again? Ah, it is as well. Oh, for a second I was like, oh, cool, we're gonna go on the back of another dragon, and it's just the same dragon again. I'm still gonna go on its back. I have no idea what I gain from this, but I'm gonna do it. Hello, friend. Potentially Zelda. Yay! Oh, you would like elude a boost as well. That's pretty good. Ah, this is nice. I'm gonna go and use Snoop. What the fuck? That is not horrifying. What the fuck? Oh my god. That's one for the album. Jesus Christ. Could you imagine? Oh, wow. We added that to our compendium. Wait, I should have been taking pictures of how things have been going. This is nice, though. I kind of don't want to leave. Also, you do have crystals on your back. I am very sorry for what I'm about to do. Ooh! Oh, we can get a few of these, actually, can't we? Oh, is it like one per crystal or something like that? Shall we see how far we can get without falling off? I don't want to leave the head. I like the head. The head's nice. No! Don't do it! Oh, you lift me back up. You are a gem. Look how long it is! Holy moly! The Master Sword was at its head. And then, like, I don't know, like a shield or something like that was just up its ass. Link, you must pull it out of my butthole. It hurts. Hello again, friend. Where are we going? I don't know why, but I want to do it again. God. You know, when Zelda reverts back to a human, this is going to be so awkward. The image I got of the light dragon. Can we just point that out? If I go to the compendium. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Why is it so low quality? Why are all these pictures so low quality? What the fuck? I think I'm gonna have to love it and leave it. I really don't want to. I really don't want to. I've got things to do, buddy. You know? Goodbye, Dwaggy. Did I miss the Sky Tower? Was I so, like, infatuated by what was happening there that I just blanked? I did. It's all the way over there. Well, we've got this one coming up. We could land over here. If this works. Like a boss health bar appears if I do this. Really? That kind of sucks. Not even standing on it. Look at this. Ah, I'm gonna have to bounce. Goodbye, big old Draggy. Draggy the dragon. I'm gonna miss it. I could have gone to that Sky Tower, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh, I feel so at peace now. I ain't even gonna lie. I assume this is the lake because of how lakey it is. Could be that down there. I feel at peace now. I'm not even gonna lie. That was so nice. Just to randomly be able to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna jump on the dragon. Fuck it. Not even, like, a reason to do so. I mean, there is a reason to do so. It's transportation, isn't it? Oh god, my stamina's going. Well, I'm fucked. Is this going to be, like, really slow for me to swim in? It is. Holy moly. Okay, that's fine. Um... Right, okay, so really what I want to do is I want to go to the Sky Tower, go to the other Sky Tower afterwards, and then search for some fruit. I won't give it 15 minutes and have another break. Well, I'll have my first break, because I haven't had a break yet. But yeah, I can imagine that there's a good chance I'm going to get through this game today. In terms of, like, the main narrative anyway. Woo! Ah, I could have just gotten this shrine here, but you know what? We had fun. We had fun. Still a bunch of stuff in the chasm that I need to do. I'm kind of weirded out by how little the chasm has been used during some of the main quests. I assume that that's where we're going for the end game, but as of now, it does just sort of feel a bit weird. Ain't gonna lie. By fuse attack power, that's a good idea. Oh my god. 10 is the... What the fuck? Holy moly. Still haven't gone down to see if how things are processed yet. I have no idea where we're meant to get the crystals from. lots of wheels and hydrants there. Not really what I wanted, but I will accept. Rocket! Changed my mind. Okay. Ooh. What's in the chest? 3 batteries, that's good. How many gliders do I have? Got quite a few actually. Take that out. Take that out. I need to get some rockets. That's what I need to do at some point. Is there any device I can use as like a push? Oh, I do have a rocket actually. That'll do. Off we go. Woo! That dragon. Holy shit. I should... I really need to keep on top of building these, to be fair, because there's a lot of stuff in the sky that we still haven't explored. There's a lot of stuff we haven't explored in general. I'm still kind of annoyed by the fact that... Oh god. Yeah, I'm still kind of annoyed by the fact that by making so much of this game optional. Good. Ooh. That recovery. Holy crap, that recovery. I want to check that out still, because there are a few of those about the place and I haven't seen them yet. I don't even know if I can do that. Like, I'm gonna need the Sky Tower to get up there, aren't I? Okay. Woo! Ah, we got... That's awesome. Okay. Right, first, one there. Then, one there. I did. Let's do it. Was that the light dragon down there as well? Just flooping about. No. I mean, from this height, I could head over to that sky tower over there. Is this where I need to go? No, it's just showing that down there. Okay, but... Ah, Toto Lake, that's where I want to go. But yeah, now I've got it all mapped out. This should be easy peasy to find. There's a few islands here as well I could mess about with. Toto Lake, Toto Lake. Lots of lakes. That's a river, not a lake. You would think that would be around the main-ish area, right? Oh, to be fair, yeah, this stuff here as well. Um, there it is. Man, I don't know why he just doesn't point that out, you know? It's just like, here it is. Right, so what's this then? Bit of a spook. Because, once again, there are a few of these dotted about the place, and I still don't know what they are. Flying device. It's a bit late to inform me of this, but okay. Especially when, like, the climax of the opening of this game was literally this. What? Actually, where does it want me to... Oh, is it trying to get me to craft a flying device? Okay. That was nice. Still though, it's just a tad bit belated in terms of like going, this is how you make this. Hey. No! Game. Alright, I'm gonna pop to loop. I'll be right back. Yo, there was a spider in the bathroom, and I decided, you know what? That spider is going to remain in the bathroom because at the very least it can jump away on any flies that are invading this household at the moment. It's almost like what I want to do is use recall. It's like do that, then grab it like that. God damn it. Right, there we go. That was way too big of an ordeal. Interesting that I could have climbed down there. I don't really know why there's actually nothing there to look at, but okay. Oh, I'm not going to control this. It wants me to use this as like a runway. I mean, I'm not opposed to that. I'm just a little bit like, rockets exist. It sort of negates the point, really. There's gotta be, like, a tool in this game to... what's the word I'm looking for? Like, detach things, right? Like, we would get so much further if the weight was lifted off the bottom bit here. It wants me to move about on it. I land. Yeah! That was pretty cool. Adios. All of that's negated as well when you've got, like, the control stick, and also the fact that the control sticks are, like, pretty easy to come. Once you've found one of the dispensers that has a control stick in it, you just go to that dispenser. It's... all this is sort of... Like here. Got another big boy here. I'm going to use this. Is that a good direction to floop off in? What's going on down there, actually? I assume that there's a way to get down there. Wait, what was that? Yeah, if I like point this at... What, is this meant to be pointed at like the sun or something like that? I don't know. I kind of feel like that there's a big old puzzle going on here and I just can't see it. It's got something to do with this? Why is this a thing? Is this to allow me to go on top of it? Is this to allow me to go on top of it to go beneath it? Yeah. Okay, I got what you're putting down. I thought it would have been a kind like a cool little puzzle involving like utilizing the sun or something like that, given the outline of that. But I guess not. I guess not. And that's fine. I also guess it wants me to build like a winged device in order to fly down to it. I don't know. I actually don't know. Is that enough to squeeze through, actually? It is. Then I shall squeeze away. Oh. Oh. Remains of a former sage's resolve. If you gather 4 of them and offer them to a goddess statue, you can deepen your connection with the sages. So that's what these are for. Okay. I've still got a myriad of questions of some of the other things that I've got as well, though, like this. Not come on. There we go. Like, I don't really know where to go for that. Do I just zip out now then? Is that the goal? The thing? I mean, I guess the benefit of using the wheels here is that if it is on, like, stationary ground where you can't build up the momentum for it, this makes sense, right? I do kind of feel like that I need a specific, like, direction to travel in. Yeah, we'll do 2. Why not? Yeah, I'll put one there. One. Ooh. One there. And then we'll just slap that on there. And off we go. Woo! I don't know where we're going. Over here, apparently. Are there any other globs about? That's their official term, by the way. Woo! Oh. It flopped down with me because it didn't want to leave me by myself. How very cute. Hashtag cutie pie. Yeah, okay, I really need to get back down to the depths at some point. Uh, I kind of feel like I want to find another one of those now. Because that'll be cool. Also, it would be pretty darn cool if I could strengthen my other tools as well, which I bet I probably can. You know what there needs to be with a title like this, right? There needs to be that middle ground between this game and Animal Crossing, and then we'd be good. Because, think about it, right? This game is missing... like, the thing that Animal Crossing is sort of like poo-poo at is having, like, a form of agency with anything you're doing. And I know that's like, well, why would you have a form of agency doing, like... why would you have any form of agency in the game like that? You shouldn't. That's the point, but that's also the problem. Like, the game has this weird commitment issue where it will present you with with like a weird quest line to do things, which is fine, but then just slam a full stop on it for no discernible reason. Like, that no logical reason anyway. Like, it doesn't build upon any of its mechanics past that point either. But if you were to just, like, place Animal Crossing, a game like that, in a, you know, in a really, really large landscape, with the mechanics that New Horizons has, and you just let the players go ham with all the mechanics, that would be amazing. That would be like my close to my ultimate gaming experience, I feel. Alright.
Oh.
Oh, is he...
Ah.
Okay. There you are. Oh, there's stuff that's... there's the shit ton of side quests that we could still do in this game. None of them have been particularly rewarding, but that's fine. Right, what, do you want me to find... Can I use rewind on it? Yes, rewind time. No? Okay. I should have been paying more attention, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. Some information relating to the sky. Do you want me to go to Skyland? Is that what I am hearing? I am willing to go to Land of Sky. Right, let's get rid of... let's get rid of that. I said... game. Thank you. More splooshies. Now, what would be the most efficient way to get up there? Yeah, it's still not close enough. weird. It almost needs, like, a way to solidify that in order to climb up it somewhat. I mean, I bet the way is that, like... Well, I was going to say, but the way is, like, to swim up it, like... We used to in Breath of the Wild, but that's not going to be the way whatsoever, because that's... That's thinking with the tools of that game. I can think of somewhat of a solution behind this. Fuck it, why not? Let's give it a try. Actually, I need... No, I don't need a platform to work with. I can just use one of these. Two of these. We'll put a rocket in there as well, because why not? This is going to be overkill, but we are going to place big battery on it as well, so it's all good. Right. Operate... I can't... What can't I take out here? 90% of the stuff I've just... Ugh, God's sake. Fine, I'll take them out over here. Right. That. No. No. One of those. I actually didn't mean to put the big battery right there. We'll put that there. Trust me, this is going to be amazing. You know what? Fine. Yeah, that works. Why not? Put that on there. Now, we could overkill this. And I will. Nope, that's not what I wanted. It's on the opposite side. There we go. We don't really need this, the thing below, but that's fine. Okay. Now. This is fine. We put that in there. Actually, we need to attach it in there. These last for a while as well, so that's pretty chill. I'm gonna need more batteries. Yeah, fuck it, we'll use them all. Why not? This is gonna be fine. Right. There's only one thing left to do. Put it on there. And then we light it. This is going to work, is what I'm telling myself. Oh, please tell me I haven't run out. I don't have any fire things. No! No, 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 no. No, you calm down. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, we need to find a way to light that on fire without having fire. Wait. We're gonna be just fine. Quick! This is terrifying. This is terrifying. This is terrifying. No, you bastard! Ah, you bugger. Oh, all that work. Please tell me it's like auto-saved like around when I was making it. It's okay. It's all fine. Okay. So it's reset, but that's okay because I can make this better. Right. I mean, this should make it lighter, if anything. I'm gonna bring out 3. Or maybe I only brought out 2. This does not look like it's gonna go well whatsoever. But that's okay, you know? It's not about going well, it's about the end game, it's about getting to our destination. Our destination is up. And it's gonna be fine as a result. We also have to sort of like think about it this way. The thing was floating, it worked. So this is gonna work. It's gonna be fucked, but it's gonna work. Right, so now all I need to do is take out two of these. So obviously the trickiest part about this is going to be to light both of these fires in quick enough succinction, as it were. I have a idea for that, but before I even attempt it, we are going to save now because the device has been made. Shit. Quick, even it out, even it out, even it out. Okay, okay. Holy shit, we are travelling up pretty fast. The batteries are holding, the batteries are holding. Oh my god, if this works. Wow. Actually, this is going to last a while. Okay, I say it's going to last a while. It's going to last as long as the glider, the wings are going to last. Right. The point of this area is definitely to keep climbing up. So there is no reason for me not to just fly up. Okay, I can think of one reason, and it's about to happen. Or was that the battery? Holy shit. I can't believe this is working! Oh, what's gonna happen? Push! Keep climbing, holy shit. That's one down. Oh my god. It's made it to the water temple. Yeah, something's telling me that this ain't gonna go the way that yeah, I almost sort of like need to fucking hell. I should not be here. There we go, that's what I need to find. Is this a place I can... No, I can't teleport to this place now. Oh, God's sake. But I made it up here by myself and it was awesome and stuff. I mean, that does kind of suck. You know, how the game won't even allow you to, like, attempt this stuff by yourself. Ugh, fine. Here I was thinking, you know, for a second, oh, look how clever I am. But no. Not allowed to be clever. Gotta be a big dum-dum. I can nab that shrine at least. I mean, that doesn't, like, negate my journey completely, I guess. It pisses me the fuck off, but... Well, I just went on this really epic voyage with my with my new flying device. It wasn't just that. I got shot up into the sky. I made it work. Orbs of water. I get it. You want me to sit in one. I'm trying to press the button. Don't do that. That's not good. I can't move. That did not feel like the intended way, but okay. Don't you dare play the tune for this bit. What I was going to say, that was not earned. I just sat in a thing and that was it. Oh, gee whiz. I wonder what I'm going to have to do here. Chew! It's fine. I just have to do all of that again. It's okay. Why the fuck did he do that? La Unk, as his new name shall be. God, I should just let myself fall. I'm gonna lie. Because at the very least, if I just fell over there, then I would have probably respawned over there. There's something slightly misleading about this as well, in the sense that, like, shit. Oh, fuck it, yeah. Why not? I have no idea if that's going to work. But yeah, there's something misleading in the sense that this is a low gravity section. And you're not always going to be in a low gravity section when you're going to be using this stuff. Has anyone missed the little droplets that happen on Yashika Slate? I miss them. I like the music in this game so far. People are complaining about the ambient tracks in Breath of the Wild, but I really like them. I kind of miss a few of those tracks, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know where to go at this point. I thought I had a fairly sensible idea of what I was doing and where I was going, but apparently not. I'm assuming that the idea is that the Gloom Hands are meant to be the equivalent of like the Guardians in this game, like the big boys. I don't get that. Because even with a Guardian, like, the answer was never to just spam explosives at it. Especially in the early game, like, the way forward was very clear. The idea was to, like, chop off their legs and work your way... like, work your way around in order to, like, get rid of its mobility. Whereas with the hands in this, there's... melee is sort of like, it's almost a detriment. Because you're going to get gloom attacks on you. It's all pouring from... Okay, so... But once again, I thought I knew what I was doing here, but apparently not. Oh, for a second I thought it was staring at it. I was gonna say, like, no ways, it was just there. It was just there. It was just... like, I felt like I was being dished out clues or something as to where it was, but it was just to his right. Dude couldn't just turn his head. Stand up upon the land of the skyfish, and behold its lofty view. Among the floating rocks you see a droplet waits for you. Through this droplet shoot an arrow with the mark of the king. Do this task, and you shall receive a most wondrous thing. See the watery bridge's resting spot with your own two eyes, that which connects the Zora to the people of the skies. Um... Wait, King who? Oh, I get you, I get you, I get you. Oh. There is something like so mentally, like just unsatisfying about the concept of like trying to solve a puzzle or like a riddle in a game like this, and then it's just like, oh, it's just to the right.
Oh.
Where is the kinky boy? The king's in trouble. He just walks away slowly. Oh, wait, what? The secret spot where the king is hiding. Oh, I need to hide. I feel like they should probably freak the fuck out if I'm doing this, I ain't gonna lie. So she's still big. What kind of place is it? A pristine sanctuary. Sanctuary. Spot with clear water. Ploymus Mountain and the domain. Behind the waterfall. Surprise! Right, between the domain... Ploymus Mountain, where is... There it is. Oh, so it's there. Pretty much. Right? What a clean wall. Okay, well, that we'll check it out. I mean, to be fair, they could have just said the clean waterfall, and I'd be like, oh, you mean the only clean waterfall I can see at the moment? Is there another? No, there isn't. That is the only clean waterfall. It would have got me to do a little bit more investigation work, you know. I'd actually have to have looked around and used my environment instead of, you know, been told practically exactly where it was. Not a negative, you know, it's fine. Because I still have to figure out where it actually is, like on which layer. Like, is it just gonna be as simple as me, like, swimming through it? It is, okay. Well, that happened. What now? Do I go up? Whoa, are you okay, dude? It's me! How do you find this place? What cruel ploy are you planning? Um... He got sludge on him. Has he been drinking the bad sludge? Maybe Zelda's been telling him to do so. Oh, to think that such a thing should transpire for the hero of Hyrule and the Princess Zelda. You expect us to believe that Princess Zelda simply disappeared just like that? Do not sully our eyes. What the fuck's wrong with you? You're still a git. Link's eyes betraying no hint of deception. He remains a trusted friend of the Zora. There must be an explanation. Link, I will now tell you what happened when we last saw Princess Zelda, as well as the reason behind my seclusion here in the pristine sanctum. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I need to... It does sort of feels weird to be a few steps ahead of this. Like, at the very least... At the very least, with Breath of the Wild, the Divine Beasts were shut off to any, like, newcomers. But here it's just like, oh yeah, the temple's right there. You can go to the temple now, and you just go there, and it's like, yeah, but you can't do anything here. Why not? What's stopping me? There isn't a contextual reason for me to be stopped here. It wouldn't have to be complicated, you know. Like, it would be kind of cool if this game allowed me to attempt the temple without having to go through the narrative beats. Okay. About the watery bridge. The watery bridge. The watery bridge. It's of that floating rock in the shape of a droplet found in the land of the skyfish. A floating rock that looks like a droplet. Okay, that's the land of... I know how to get there. That's not my issue. Like... This is a... Like, really? Watery bridge. There's a bridge floating in the sky. And it's got... Like, no one's gonna... How thick are these people? Okay. I guess I just go to a sky tower and launch myself out of it. Oh my god. Seriously though, all he had to do was like that's two things that's happened in this quest line now, where it's like just turn your head. Right. Actually gonna slap a little thing on there as well. I mean, I could just like put another glider down and shoot over there. Just make it dead simple. Put that there, and then last but not least, there we go. Okay. Oh, that battery's gone. Oh no. I didn't realise that they went by so quickly, the smaller ones. That's alright. I think we've got this. Oh, to be fair, I could have just teleported to the shrine up there and jumped down, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. There are no issues here. I went past. Where is it? There they are. I was going to say, I'm not going blind. Square. I'll do. To be fair, at this point, I don't even need to... We did it. This is when we land over here and it's like, you didn't do it the intended way. Okay, so we should probably start from the front and work our way around, right? Um... I mean, I would have thought that it would be to... Oh, was it just because I wasn't on the ground when I was fighting that? That's stupid. Right, well now I'm here. What's the rest of the thing say? Among the floating rocks, you see a droplet waits for you. Through this droplet, shoot the mark of the king. Do this task. Okay. I mean, I don't know if this is what he meant, but... No, that's not what he meant. Okay. I mean, that looks significant. That's all I'm saying. Oh, that. Okay. Fair enough. Just surrounds all of Hyrule. Oh, it's gonna want me to... Look at this, you can glide through the droplet. Yeah, I guess I can't do anything until I've told Sion. Oh, he's...
Yes.
Darling, I came here because there is something I need to speak to you about. I've been thinking about it for quite some time.
Oh.
Sidon, not Sion. Oh. Well, we've dealt with these type before. Okay.
We need to get up close and personal with you. Be careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... Oh. Wanna do your thing? Oh, okay. Right. Munch, 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 munch. Munch, munch, munch. Munch, munch. I'll do. There's also save down here, so I don't have to repeat that whole process. Can I skip this now?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep, yep, yep.
We need to get up close and personal with it. Be careful. Nice job, Link. Now go.
There we go.
Leave it to me.
Wow. That actually did a shit ton of damage. And that's just because I accidentally combined a few things together. Fair enough. Come on. Ah, you bugger. Right. There you go. There you go. There we go.
Yes.
I don't really have a lot to say behind it.
Come now. Oh. Hey now.
Jesus.
Yes, yes.
Um. The pair of light's gonna shoot us up into the sky or some shit, right? I mean, this all feels kind of redundant because we know where the water temple is. And we've been there. I don't know. I don't think I would have had this much of an issue if it wasn't for the fact that we've also gotten a cutscene that just confirms the fact that you can teleport multiple people in one go. I don't know where to find the fishy. Well, Geistar's okay. It's a main quest thing as well, though, apparently. Right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a break now. Just get that out of the way with. And then when we come back, we'll finish this off. And we might even finish off the main